Hi everyone, I'm JD. Welcome back to my channel. Alright, I have got this latest journal to share with you. It is a design team project for Lavender Blu, and she used to be known as Red Deer Printables. So name change, which is pretty exciting, and it's now Lavender Blu. And I think this is my 5th design team project for them. So, okay, I had a lot of fun. She sent me the French kit, the very French kit I think it's called, not too sure. I'll link it below though, a link to her Etsy and also to her YouTube channel, and I think she has Instagram, so she has an Instagram. I'll link to her Instagram as well. And I kind of went for a bit of a pink theme, but also blue, yellow, gold, because they're the colours that kind of feature most in the kit, and something a bit different for me, yeah, working with this kind of colour scheme, but really fun. And so we have quite a few charms. There's a shoe, a heel. I went kind of with a fashion theme because I think of, France and Paris. It's one of those fashion capital places. So there's a ring there as well, and another handbag, and a heart because of, the city of love. There's another shoe, and yeah, quite fun. And let's see, I've got, alright, hang on, quite a bit going on in this journal. It's one of my chunkier ones, very embellished, and lots of sewing this time. More sewing. I try to pack more sewing to each journal with the more advanced I get with my sewing skills. And this cover I've decorated with this trim from the wedding dress applique. So that's kind of special there, and also at the bottom here. So there's a bit of texture, and then on the back I've done this kind of, I don't know, flower daisy kind of trim at the bottom, which is kind of cute. Just some pink lace to match the cover, and then some yellow binding thread to go with the yellow theme on the front as well, and to go with the lace there. And I have included lots of vintage, or quite a bit of vintage, real authentic French ephemera, which is so good. I sourced some vintage ephemera, and so it's throughout there as well. There's also some printable ephemera as well that either came with the kit or as a freebie from Gina Wiseman. So inside, first of all, is an authentic postcard, vintage postcard, one of my originals, and I just like how it says, "Dear someone, don't expect me back for a fortnight. This is a ripping place. Yours. P.S. Don't worry." So it's like travel kind of themed, and I know that's not the Eiffel Tower, but it kind of reminds me of that shape. And I don't know where this is, but it kind of just reminds me of Parisian, is that how you say it? Kind of clothing and all that kind of stuff. And there's the beautiful handwriting on the back, and it's even got a stamp, this one, which is really cool. So that's pretty special in there. And this is one of the printables, that's a freebie from Gina Wiseman. So I printed that large, and then you've got all this journaling space on the back. Alright, let's get into this. Okay, so oh yeah, we've got some of this trim that runs from the front to the back. And there's our pockets, the front and back pockets. So these are all from the kit from Lavender Blu. That one's so pretty. Of course, this one's my favourite because it's blue. So just tucking that in there. Did that go in the front? And these beautiful images, pages from the kit. And then, ooh, okay, this is the first time I've done this, using a glassine bag to make multiple pockets, and just decorated it here with some heart trim again to go with like the fashion theme and also the city of love. And in the front pocket we've just got a bunch of little tags. How sweet are they? And one here, journal card. So that just tucks in this little pocket down here. And because I love layers, we're just tucking in lots and lots of things in it. So we've also got this authentic original French ephemera. So I've got no idea what any of this says. Although I actually know some of it. Madame, Paris, telephone. Yeah, I don't know what these say, but it's fun. And just a page from a French book, I'm guessing. So just scattered French ephemera throughout. Just a very fun journal. And there's chandeliers in this journal as well, a bit of a theme going on, and I love chandeliers. So there's just a large journaling fold out sheet, and that's from the kit. I printed it small as a card, so it's a journal card. And then guest check. How fun, my first time using a guest check. And that's from Denise. So thank you so much, Denise, for your happy mail that you sent. Page that says Paris, so I thought that was fitting. And yeah, again, all this is sewn on. Wherever possible, I sewed things on. So journal card here. And this is from the kit, and this one's a freebie from Gina Wiseman. Just love the script writing, it's so beautiful. Here's one of my napkin envelopes, so I just chose one that I believe is French. And this is my favourite napkin. Journal card inside. And that one I believe is also from Gina Wiseman. Oh, hang on. Oh, one of them I think is from the kit and one's from Gina. Or maybe they both are. I get mixed up. They're all very similar because they all look French. Oh, this is something new I did too for the first time. So I stuck the envelope on but didn't glue anything down. So you can open it up and write something in there. Or you can glue it up and put something in there yourself. So cute. Vintage ledger paper from Denise. In this lace pocket we have an envelope that I did glue together, and just some extra pieces from the kit tucked in there. Now I've got this gorgeous tissue paper, so I just use that to decorate this envelope page. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to try to make a good journal cover out of that because I've got quite a lot of it. Again, I've just decorated it throughout the journal with vintage original ephemera. And there's a printable of my postcards, my digital vintage postcards. I'll link that below if anyone's interested, from my Etsy. Beautiful page there. The lace on the side that's been sewn on. Oh, cool lantern. This is a vintage ephemera authentic as well, and I just created a flip with that one, so there's more journaling space, like a secret journaling space behind there. This is actually from a vintage French poetry book, and there's handwriting on it, so I love that as well. Love that I can actually include real, French things in here. This is so great. Lace flip up there. Little tuck spot here. Oh, I left the threads long, but if it annoys you, whoever gets this, you can cut those short if you want. Another two of my postcards, the digitals, in my Etsy, in that glassine bag there. And another beautiful page. Cute tag there. This is again authentic ephemera. Large lace pocket here, and tucked in is one of the printables freebies from Gina Wiseman. So lots more journaling space tucked in here, which is great. Can't remember which way I put that. I just love the sewn pockets, it's so fun. Again, authentic French ephemera here. Now this pocket, I was hoarding this. This is the perfect project for it, with the lace and the theme. Kind of luxurious, kind of, just going all out for this journal. But we've got the pearls and sequins here. That was from a top that I cut up. So pretty. And I turned it into a tuck spot. So I think that one was from the kit, or either a freebie from Gina Wiseman. This is authentic as well, French ephemera. Just all random pieces in here. And then you can use them for your own French journal or projects if you want, if you take them out. Or of course you can just leave it in here to make it look a bit more, I don't know, authentic, like an actual person from France, or someone who was studying French culture, or someone who was learning the language and went over to France during their studies and This is like their journal that they collected all their ephemera from and put it in here. This is more journaling space with that vintage ledger paper from Denise. More paper from that French poetry book. This one's kind of cute. I sewed just decorations of the page but made it a tuck spot. Really cute. More authentic ephemera. Now this one isn't French, but because I'm still going with the vintage theme and wanting to include originals in here and make it more special, this is an original from that vintage grammar book that I got from an antique place. Just love the aged look of the page, and it already looks kind of, the script writing looks unreadable to me, so you can pretend it's French. And maybe that was the lady working out her expenditures for the trip or something. This one, I love this. So there's some cute little tickets here. I included those because they're the colour. There's a bit of blue and teal in this journal too. Just a hint of it, but I wanted to bring that out with the tickets. This one's so cool as well. So I got some vintage authentic ephemera and sewed it on to this, again, vintage book page. You know, the front and back pages of a book I often left blank, and this was really nice and thick, so I turned it into a journal card. Again, just trying to incorporate all vintage elements in here, so that's really cool. And maybe that was a note that she received, or I don't know. I just love the concept journals too, so if you like the concept journals, let's make it that. It's a note she received. And a little lace pocket down here. More authentic French ephemera. So you can write on the back if you want. And a little envelope here with more authentic French ephemera. I like that, how that's a different colour. I love how this says lace, Paris, France, silk. So it works entirely well with the theme. I sewed this pocket on, and there's a tag behind that I've just decorated again with the authentic French ephemera and just added some trim there that worked well with the colour scheme. Kind of vintage lace, if you want to call it that. A little flip here, also tying in lots of pinks and florals. More authentic French ephemera. Pocket here, journal card, and I sewed this French page onto more of that backing from a vintage book. Love that idea of actually using the pages as journal cards. And now this is such a beautiful doily, and I believe it was from Lynette Jacobs from the Blue Butterfly entry, but I just loved it so much for this journal, the off-white colour and the delicate nature of it. I thought it was perfect for this one, so I didn't use this in the Blue Butterfly journals, but in this one. Middle page, I wanted to show off that chandelier, and I turned it into large pockets, so more journaling space here with pages from the kit. So it was so fun working with this kit because it's something different for me. I'm not the biggest French girl, you know, like lots of girls love Paris and France. I've never been one of those people, but I love the fun nature of working with this theme and always kind of wanted to do this theme, and so I'm glad that I've done it now. Another, this looks like a dictionary page, authentic as well, and backed onto that vintage book page. I just like this one because it has the Eiffel Tower kind of in the background, you can see it there, and then like the fashion elements throughout. So I just sewed that on, turned it into a pocket, more vintage ephemera there. And a large lace pocket here, and just another large journaling page. Here we've got some more tickets, and I love this idea that it says theatre here, and it's like tickets to the theatre. And here another bit of French ephemera, vintage French ephemera, as a journal card. And then we've got this pocket, which I see quite often from other people, and it's the first time that I've done it, where you put the doily over the page, halfway, fold it in half, and you've got 2 tuck spots then. So a journal card behind that one. This one is really cool. My first time using a Rolodex card, is that what it's called? And I just embellished it with sewing and turned it into a tuck spot. And I like how that's collaged. Well, I suppose you could do a double tuck too, couldn't you? Didn't even think of that. One there and one there. How fun is that? And then over here, another little tag, and I used this gorgeous gold gilding journal card. Thought that worked well with the, you know, the rich, luxurious theme of this Paris French journal, and the gold lace. And then on the back, again, I just embellished it a little bit, and that I believe is from the kit. And then over here, just another little tuck spot and authentic ephemera, and that's a journal card using a page from the kit that I just printed out small and printed onto card. Now this one I stamped with a script stamp and just added a little bit of trim here, and then we've got, okay, so we've got a pocket here which is like a belly band, if you can see that, and just journal card, authentic French ephemera, that's from the kit. Just love loading up these pockets. And then we've got behind it this one, which is a freebie from Gina Wiseman. So that just tucks in here. And at the bottom we've got kind of some secret pockets. So there's one here. And one more secret pocket here. But I just include those so they tuck out a little bit so that they don't get lost. How fun is that? Just more authentic ephemera. This one, I was hoarding this lace forever, but because it got the theme, you know, blue, pink, and the kind of off-white, that just, I was like, it has to go in this journal. So it's like a little tuck spot there. And then you open it up, and I left the fringes, I love that. And then authentic French ephemera in there too. And more authentic ephemera. Love this material, thought I would include that because it's working with the theme as well. The flowers, the blue, the gold. That one I believe was from Gina Wiseman. Little tuck spot here. There's another chandelier, love it. 2 more of my vintage postcards from my Etsy. And yeah, maybe this is her sister and a postcard from her sister on her birthday or something like that. Did I have it that way? I can't remember. Alright, tuck spot here. So cute. And a lace pocket here. And more ephemera. This one's the freebie from Gina, printed onto card. And tag from the kit. Here we've got a large envelope, paper clipped on, with some more of that lace. And we've got in here another sheet for journaling space. Oh, and I decorated again with authentic French ephemera. This is the other side of that envelope page, and we've got authentic French ephemera, just decorating it on the edge. And another one of my postcards. And slightly tricky to get in and out because it's so chunky. Again, just decorating it with that tissue paper I had. It says France. Vintage ledger paper. I made a large flip out here. Again, extra journaling space. And there's another French vintage postcard. You know what? I forgot to put something in there. I will fix that up. Do not worry about that, because I actually have a bag of freebies left over that will go with this kit, and I'll find something in there and put that in there. But I love that bag as well. I was hoarding that, saved it for this. Oh, did I mention as well this beautiful pinkish vintage looking seam binding as well. This was from Which Craft Do You Do? And look here, here's another little envelope that you fold out. I just love it, actually. I really like that idea now. Go do that more. One of my scrap clusters, and I used one that has this glitter on it. Faintly pink flower. Oh, I love it for this journal. Perfect. More ephemera. Those ones are digitals. And then one of my favourite digitals are the postcards. Love that. It ties in with the theme again. Blue, pink and a bit of gold. Journal card. More authentic ephemera. Lace pocket with my favourite image. And then getting there, at the back I just included more of that lace. That's the last piece I had of it, and I just like that there, kind of see-through but fun just to hang there. And in the back pocket, more elements from the kit. So I really enjoyed making this. I got on a roll, and for 7 hours straight I worked on this on Saturday and got it finished. So I think it took maybe 12 hours, maybe more, to do this whole journal. A labour of love, and I really love how it turned out. It's just really fun working with a completely different theme for once every now and then, because you can just kind of create and just have fun with it. You know, I'm not sure if that makes any sense, but anyway, yeah, so it is quite chunky. Let's give you a little side view. Let's, in case you don't like chunky journals, but it's available in my Etsy for anyone who's interested. The link will be below to Willow Bound Journals, and yeah, it will be a little bit more expensive than my other journals that are like this, just because there's a bit more decorative elements, lots more sewing, lots of embellishing, but most of all because of the authentic French ephemera. There's a lot of that in here, so if you're wondering, that's why. Okay, so love it so much, and hope you do too. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much to Lavender Blu for sending this to me. I had so much fun working with it. It's just gorgeous. I am so glad I made this journal. I love how it turned out. Alright, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!